How's it going, guys? My name is TJP, and welcome back to another Madden NFL 23 franchise rebuild. So, we're going to be doing our very first NFC team, and by record, looks like it's going to be the Detroit Lions. So if you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Let me know down in the comments below some of my videos, social down in the description. I'm going to playlist down below for other Madden NFL 23 franchise rebuilding content, and check out my channel for the content from me, TJP. And yeah, so same rules as last time. I did make a little editing gaffe in the first one with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I said injuries would be on, and they were, but I did say in the text it says off, so I hopefully fixed that for this editing this video. But yeah, injuries are on. 3 seasons to try to win a Super Bowl, and yeah, moves like that we did before apply. Not meant to be realistic, it's just meant to be fun, so let's just have fun. That's it. Alright, gameplay time. Alright, so we are locked and loaded into the game. We've got the Lions here with us. So let's take a look at the roster really quickly. Then we're going to look at the improved team. Just look at their depth chart. See what we need, see what we don't need. Am I muted? Okay, just making sure my audio was okay. Let's take a look at those rosters. So, loading up the rosters. So we've got TJ Hawkinson. He's our best player, tight end. Frank Ragnow. Taylor Decker. Got DeAndre Swift. Penny Sewell. Mike Hughes, DJ Chark Jr., Jameson Williams, Deshaun Elliott, Jack Fox, superstar punter. We got St. Brown, Tracy Walker, Amani, Ian Hutchinson, Jackson, Jamal Williams, Romeo, Charles Harris, Justin Jackson, Quintez Cephas. So yeah, I mean, you guys can see, look at that, Jared Goff is our quarterback. Yeah, it's... There's some work to be done with the team. I think we upgraded in a few spots. But let's take a look at the depth chart, see what moves we can make now. I expect us to not be very good in this first season. I mean, it's going to take us some time. But let's take a look at the improved team, see where we can improve. Obviously, I don't know if I want Jared Goff to be my starting quarterback for this entire video. So I'm probably going to end up getting an upgrade there. Our left guard... It's fine. Right guard is we could maybe get a better right guard there. Honestly, I'll pick up Jamal Williams. I'm fine with that. Defensive tackle. We could get Linval Joseph for a season. Maybe a left end. Actually, we need a left end, so maybe look to sign one in free agency just so that we have one. And then mid linebackers. Yeah, maybe we could try to look to see if we can sign some guys there. Or maybe make a trade or two. But I definitely want to get a pretty decent pick in this upcoming draft. So let's get a few guys just to fill out the roster. I think I have like a spot available, so I'll go with what I need most. I'm going to pick up Linval Joseph for this season. We don't have any defensive tackles, so he will be a defensive tackle for us. We definitely need that for sure. Plus, he fits our scheme, which is pretty cool. So I definitely think that makes our team a little bit better. But not too much. Helps the defense, which we do need to work on, but I don't know if I want to make any trades right now. I am kind of curious to see what we're dealing with in terms of draft picks. I feel like we're going to have a decent amount of draft picks, but we'll double check to make sure that they are here. And yeah, we do have some draft picks, right? We have 2 first-rounders, and then, you know, we can kind of go from there. So there's some we got some picks. We got some picks, especially for this upcoming draft, where we can make our team better, get some young guys. But I think for now, I'm just going to simulate to around the mid-season. We'll see if we want to make a move then, but I'm going to keep the team the way it is and kind of just hope that we're not that great and have a good draft position for this upcoming season. So as you see, at the mid-season, we are currently sitting at 2-4. So not amazing. Not going to be a postseason team, playoff team, whatever you want to call it. And the Packers are 7-0, so are the Colts, which is interesting. But yeah, Vikings are 0-6, so they're the only team I think that has not won a single game this season. Nope, the Seahawks haven't either. Okay, fair enough. Let's take a look at the stats, because I'm kind of curious to see what we were working with here. So, what do we got going on? How we doing? Jared Goff, yeah, not that amazing. 1,561 yards. 96 passer rating, 13 TD, 6 interceptions, 60% pass completion. Yeah, it's not amazing. I mean, like I said, he's not going to be like our quarterback. I at some point I'm gonna end up replacing him. DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams, Not doing too bad. Jamal Williams with 4 rushing TDs. Interesting stuff there. Amon-Ra St. Brown, my leading receiver in terms of yards. Jamal Williams putting up a nice rookie season. I'd say that's pretty solid. 3 TDs. That's not too bad. TJ Hawkinson, DJ Chark Jr. as well. Not, it's not amazing because we don't really have amazing passing. I mean, from Goff, but we haven't allowed too many sacks. It's okay. Our blocking's been decent. Tackles, we got Anzalone leading the team with 46. In terms of sacks, 4.5 for Aiden Hutchinson, which is pretty cool. 2 for Linval Joseph, who we signed for that 1 season. And then Romeo Akwara has 1.5 sacks. And then Levi Onwuzurike with 1 sack as well. In terms of interceptions, Mike Hughes leads the team. And then Anzalone with 1. Deshaun Elliott and Jeff Okuda with 1 as well. Same thing with Milifonu down here. Ifatu Milifonu. So, actually funny, I know a kid named Ifatu. Fun fact. Anyways, Riley Patterson, kicking, punting, Jack Fox, superstar punter. Just say that for the rest of the video now. Alright. Yeah, our offense near the bottom. Literally near the bottom. Like, second worst only to the Vikings, who do not have a win. So that needs to be improved, especially our passing. I feel like it's near the bottom. Yeah, near the bottom for sure. Our rush is also near the bottom, obviously. So yeah, we got to work on our offense. In terms of our defense, I'm kind of curious to see where we are, though. Surprisingly, we have a top 5 defense. We're 4th in terms of total yards allowed, which is interesting. So our defense is not the problem. It's our offense that's been kind of struggling. So I don't know if there's a move we could maybe make right now to make the team better. I mean, personally, if I can get a quarterback right now, I would totally do it. But maybe we could draft a QB. Man. But let's see. I'm going to see if there's a trade we can make. Or maybe try to get like another running back or something. Just something that'll like bolster up our offense. Alright, so we ended up going 7-10. I didn't make any moves. I didn't really find anything I liked. So we'll just wait till the offseason to make the moves that we need to make. But as you guys can see, the team ranks right there. Mid offensive team in terms of passing, rush kind of near the bottom, and our defense was kind of bad, but also good against the passing. But yeah, 7-10 though, so we did have a better second half of the season, which is pretty nice, but not good enough to make the playoffs. So yeah, 7-10, but at least we have some picks in this upcoming draft, so we'll see what we end up doing in the draft. Those couple first rounders, we trade one of them potentially, we'll see. But if we take a look at the playoff bracket, just in case you guys are curious, just to see, because we'll sim to the end of the Super Bowl and see who wins. 4-5 seed, we got the Eagles and the Cardinals. So that's my face cam blocking. Look at that. The Jacksonville Jaguars made the playoffs. Look at that. Could have been us in the first season, but no, it is what it is. Anyways. Let's take a look at the stats. So, what do we got going on over here? We've got Jared Goff. I guess had a decent second half of the season. He ended up not doing too bad in terms of total, but I definitely want an upgrade at that quarterback position. So, we'll try to see if we can find a better quarterback for him. DeAndre Swift, though, was pretty solid. I got to give him credit where credit's due. He was pretty good. Jamal Williams, 6 TDs, but only 197. I guess less attempts, but even then, only 3.3 average. I thought it was like a little bit more, maybe. Maybe run the ball a little bit more. I'd like another running back. I feel like having another good running back would make this team pretty good. But again, I think that's just the nature of the game. In terms of wide receivers, or just receivers in general, over 1,000 yards for St. Brown, he was pretty good. Jamal Williams, pretty solid. TJ Hawkinson, okay. DJ Chark with the 8 TDs to lead the team. Cephas over here with 3 TDs himself. Take a look at our blocking. We didn't allow, Spene and Taylor Decker kind of allowed a little bit of too many sacks, even though they played a lot of games and downs. I mean, if you look at I would like a little bit better, but I'd like to lower that number. But I guess because they have a high volume, but still, if we get that down, it'd be nice. Alex leading our team with tackles by a fair bit amount. In terms of sacks, though, Hutchinson, Levi and Linval Joseph. Then we got Romeo with 1.5, and then Alex only had half. In terms of interceptions, we had 4 from Mike Hughes, though, which is pretty good. So I like to see that from him. Alex Anzalone had 3. Same thing with Deshaun Elliott. So pretty good amount of interceptions, kicking. Definitely want to get a better kicker. Riley Patterson, you're going to go 11 of 18. That's pretty bad. Superstar punter, Jack Fox. And then kicking and punting return. So, yeah, our offense near the bottom, 24th in terms of total yards. Offensive yards, rather. Not going to cut it. Definitely not going to cut it. So we need to improve our offense. Our defense, I thought, might have been pretty decent. But it looked like it kind of dropped off in the second half of the season as we now fell into the bottom half of the league. So, in terms of awards, in case you guys are curious, let's take a look at those. We have our Coach of the Year going to, MVP going to Josh Allen, Coach of the Year going to Doug Peterson. Interesting stuff there. So, let's see who ends up winning this Super Bowl. We have a very busy, fruitful, fulfilling offseason to get to with the Detroit Lions. So, let's just simulate this, and I'll see you guys once the Super Bowl is over. We'll go over some of the geared end awards and then get on to the draft, free agency, and all that fun stuff. 57, the Colts beat the Cardinals. Darius Leonard was the Super Bowl MVP. You guys did the awards on the right side of your screen. Isaiah Spiller, though, running back for the Chargers, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year from the Vikings. Brian Asamoah II, mid linebacker. All right, let's go on to the offseason. All right, so I traded away Jared Goff, second and third round pick, to the Bears for Quinn and Brisker. I probably could have added another player there, but I kind of just wanted to get rid of Jared Goff to really clear up some cap space for free agency. And I know I gave away my second and third round pick, but I think it's okay. But that's one of the trades I want to do. I want to see if I can get like another player though before we try to sign some people for free agency. Amazing! I traded for Nick Chubb. Thank you, Browns. First round, second round, third round pick next year for Nick Chubb. I know it might be an overpay, but you know what? Nick Chubb, one of the best running backs in the league. This should help out our team. So that's fantastic, especially if I can't get a quarterback. I'll give you guys a quick little free agency recap and show you guys who we were able to pick up. So my signings, I picked up Chris Harris Jr., so decent cornerback, wanted another cornerback, help bolster up that defense a little bit. We also got Nate Davis to be a right guard. That's a pretty solid pickup. Got Tyler Bass to be our kicker, because we needed a better kicker. Not that really matters too much, though. Jayon Brown for a mid linebacker, and then we got Brett Hundley in the event that I can't get a quarterback, but I'm going to draft a quarterback, so I think we'll be okay. The plan is to draft a quarterback, so we'll see who's available with one of those picks. If not, I'm going to have to somehow muster up a trade. But I do need to get a quarterback somehow. So, yeah, he cannot be my starting quarterback. If I need a quarterback, I'm going to just take C.J. Stroud. He's one of two first-round picks. I believe I have another one. So I'll show you those two. But, yeah, we're going to get C.J. Stroud here. He'll be our rookie QB. Hopefully he can develop in the next 2 seasons, but I guess having Nick Chubb is kind of helpful too. So yeah, CJ, welcome to the squad, my friend. It's got some decent athletic ratings, so it's pretty solid. Strongest position, OL. Weakest position, TE. Makes sense to me. And yeah, exciting stuff. Let's do it, CJ. So once again, I got disconnected during the draft, so I couldn't even show you my second first-round pick. So it auto did it, which is really annoying. But I guess let's just take a look at the draft recap and see who we're getting with their first pick. We took a running back. Okay, Robinson from Texas. Okay, cool. We also got Kendall Hamlin, Emmanuel Gary, Anthony Henry, and Joe Tipperman. Okay, cool. But happy that we got CJ to be our starting quarterback, though. I think that's a pretty solid pick. So hopefully he could be pretty good in these next 2 seasons. I guess with that being said, though, we're going to get on to the start of the second season. So I'll see you guys once I'm there. Start of the second season, so this is the team we've got. So we got Nick Chubb, TJ Hawkinson, Frank Ragnow, Jameson Williams, DeAndre Swift, Penei Sewell, Robert Quinn, Taylor Decker, DJ Chark Jr., Chris Harris Jr., St. Brown, Hutchinson. So even the most part, the same team. Obviously, we have Robinson, we just drafted, as well as CJ down here. So not too bad. The team's looking pretty good, as you guys can see. For the most part, it's the same people. Yeah, I'm liking this team. I think this team could definitely be better than 7 and 10. But that's assuming if other people got a lot better. I think our offense is pretty good. It says our defense is weak, but we'll see. Let's take a look at the improved team. Just look at the depth. See what's good and what's not. So CJ C+. I assume he'll progress, though. But I think with everything else, we're pretty solid. I guess we could use a left end. If I could sign, like, Muhammad, I'd be cool with that. Can I afford him? I can. So he fits the scheme. We're going to pick him up. Not a huge upgrade, but at least we have a left end. So there we go. Other than that, I think I'm pretty much okay with the team, with the way it is. And yeah, I guess we're just going to simulate to the midseason. I assume we'll be pretty good, but there's a chance that we aren't. And we, at the very least, we have our third and final season. So, but I definitely think we'll be better than what we were 2 and 4 at the midseason last year. So I'm hoping this year we'll be 4 and 2. So we are currently sitting at 4 and 3. Okay, so there were 7 games instead of 6. And ironically, well, everyone in our NFC North is 4 and 3, which is pretty funny. Looking at our team stats, though, pretty solid. Especially our offense is looking good. Defense is a little bit weird against the passing, but it's not even that bad. It's like middle of the road, and we give up a decent amount of points. But our offense is really good, which is nice. So yeah, 4 and 3 right now, which isn't too bad. Hopefully, we could have a really good second half of the season. That way, we can actually make the playoffs, which would be awesome in our second season. But let's take a look at the stats and see who's doing well and who's not. And I'm excited about this because I'm kind of curious to see how CJ's doing. And he's actually doing, well, the passer rating for some reason is kind of low, but decent amount of yards, 12 TDs, 6 interceptions, 66%. It's not bad. I mean, for a rookie, we'll take it. For a rookie, we'll take it. That's pretty good. Like, I'm happy with CJ. He's doing pretty good. Obviously, we also have Nick Chubb. So Nick Chubb being our running back is pretty good too. That's a good running back to have on the team. And obviously, we have him. We have DeAndre Swift. And CJ's actually done a pretty good job here with his rushing as well. Well, he hasn't attempted that many, but still pretty cool nevertheless. Our receiving, St. Brown leading the team again. And then we got Mitchell, tight end. DJ Chark Jr., he's got 2 TDs and 400 yards. James Williams. Not bad, not bad. In terms of our blocking, how we looking there? Pretty solid. Taylor Decker just played the most down, so I guess it makes sense that he's allowed 8. Same thing with Penai. But he's been pretty good. So only 5 for him, and he's played 6 less down. So 3 less sacks allowed and only 6 less downs played. So they've played about the same amount. Anyways, that's not that important. What's important right here is our defense. We got Jamal Brown leading the team with 44 tackles, and we got Chris Harris, who we picked up, and Tracy Walker. Round out that top 3. Let's take a look at the stacks. We got 4.5 for Robert Quinn, which is pretty cool. Aiden Hutchinson, 4. And then Jamal Brown's got 1. And then Levi's got 0.5. Because sharing is caring. 6 interceptions as a team. Not amazing. Oh, no. Is it 6 or 7? No, it is 6. Okay. Kicking. Tyler Bass, 8 of 10. That's better than our kicker from before. And then Sam Martin is our punter. So that's pretty funny. So no more superstar punter. And then everything else here is what it is. So yeah, our offense is 12th, so that's in the top half of the league. Pretty solid stuff. Not too bad. I wonder what's pretty high here. Our passing is fairly high, and our rushing is fairly high. So there you go. That makes sense. In terms of our defense, however, we are... Where are we? We're in the top half of the league. Okay. That's not too bad. We'll take that. Hopefully we can kind of keep this team progressing. I mean, we are 4-3. We need to have a good second half of the season to make the playoffs. We have a tough match against the Broncos. We got the Saints, the Bengals, the Packers. That's a big week right there. We got to be able to beat them. So let's hope for the best. I'll see you guys at the end of the season where hopefully your Detroit Lions are in the playoffs. Looks like we did make the playoffs as a wildcard team. So we're taking on the Panthers, which is pretty cool. But before we do that, though, let's upgrade our players, take a look at the standings and all the stats. So Trinity, Benson, we'll upgrade him. All right. So yeah, 9-8, not too bad. What did we finish last year? Was it 9-8? No, 7-10. So 2-game improvement, and we were able to make the playoffs as a wildcard team, which is cool. Yeah, 9-8. And who missed out? Did the Vikings miss out, or did they make it as well? Let's take a look at that playoff bracket and find out really quickly. So it looks like the Vikings did make it. We made it. Bears made it. We got the Seahawks and the Buccaneers in the bottom right corner. So, interestingly enough, are you telling me that 3 of the 4 teams in the NFC North were in the playoffs? That's what the game's telling me. Interesting stuff there. Interesting stuff. One last hurrah. First of many. Blah, blah, blah. Don't care. Let's take a look at stats. That's what I care about. I want to see how the team did. CJ, not too bad. 34th in the NFL, though, with 97.4 passer rating. I mean, it'll take it. For a rookie, good numbers. 33 TDs, 13 interceptions, 64% completion rate, over 4,400 yards thrown. Yeah, we even had Brett Huntley get in there for 2 passes. Nice. Nick Chubb, 1,192 rush, which is good, 16 touchdowns. DeAndre Swift, solid season from him as well. I mean, he became the second string, so what are you going to do? It is what it is kind of thing. And obviously, our rookie right here, Robinson, doesn't rush too much. I think he's a power rusher. He's like a kind of like a fullback kind of thing. So he gets like limited time. He's a big body, so 6 feet tall, 220, pretty big. Receiving, we got Jamal Williams leading the team with 1,058, 1,023 for St. Brown. He's got 9 TDs, 5 for Williams. James Mitchell with 8, and he was pretty solid too. 911, 911. Receiving yards, and then DJ Chark and Quintez down here as well, doing their thing. In terms of our blocking, not too bad of 20 sacks allowed for Taylor Decker. Holy moly. I feel like even with that many downs played, that's a lot. But in terms of our defense, 119 tackles for Brown, leading the team. Tackles for losses, 5, and he also had 2 sacks, which is pretty cool. Our next best tackler was Chris Harris, almost 100. In terms of sacks, how about Robert Quinn putting up 12.5 sacks? Great stuff from him. Aiden Hutchinson with 8 of his own sacks, which is pretty cool. Interceptions, we had 5 from Ifatu. So that's awesome to see. Future starter, definitely. As a short safety, we'll take that. And, man, J.M. Brown, man, 3 interceptions as well. Dude's crazy on defense. Monty had 3. Brisker had 2. So, yeah, we had actually pretty good in that department. Kicking, Tyler Bass, a lot better than our kicker last year. Sam Martin, then our kick return, punt return. Fun stuff. So, 16th offense in the league in terms of yards. That's like dead on middle. 16th. So, you already saw that. How was our defense? It was bottom half of the tier. Maybe even bottom third, you could say. So not even that really amazing in terms of team stats. I mean, 16th in total offensive yards, 20th in defensive yards. So, but how did we do on awards? I'm kind of curious to see if we had any MVP. We're not going to have an MVP. Josh Allen was the MVP, and then Mike McCarthy, Coach of the Year. So those are the only 2 awards that are shown here because the other ones will be shown at the off season. So, with that being said, we're going to simulate. Hopefully we can beat the Panthers. It's going to be a tough matchup. They were 11-6, we were 9-8. Can we beat them? Let's find out. If we do, we advance to the divisional playoff round against, I don't know who it's going to be, but let's find out. So we lost 35-13, okay. So made the playoffs as a wildcard team, lost to the Panthers. So that is the end of the 2024 season for the Lions. So I guess let's see. Oh, Dan Campbell got his contract extended. Good for you, Dan. Fantastic stuff there. Let's advance to the off season and show you guys the rest of the awards, see who wins the Super Bowl, and then see if we can improve this team for a deeper run in the playoffs in our third and final season. So Super Bowl 58 ends with the Seahawks beating the Bills by just one measly point. So the Bills still don't have that Super Bowl. 23-2024 season is in the books. And, yeah, crazy stuff there. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Bryce Young. He was the Super Bowl MVP as well, which is impressive. I did want to get Bryce Young if I could, but obviously Bryce Young went, I guess, number 1 overall. I think the Seahawks had the worst record last season, if I remember correctly. And they went from that to Super Bowl champs. That's crazy. Defensive Rookie of the Year from the Raiders, Brian Brees. From, well, it could be Brees from the Raiders. He was at the right end. So there's your other awards. I guess for that being said, let's go to our third and final season. For whatever reason, I don't know why, but none of my team wants to sign back with me. But however, I did franchise tag TJ Hawkinson because I wasn't going to lose him. So I don't know if I'm going to lose DeAndre Swift or not, but we're going to have a ton of money though in free agency, so that's going to be insane. So we could definitely improve this team, but it's still going to look like we're going to be losing a lot of our guys. So because it doesn't let me re-sign them, so I guess we'll have to maybe re-sign them either in free agency or fill out replacements. But yeah, TJ Hawkinson at the very least, we'll have him for our final season. And a pretty active and amazing free agency. First off, let me show you who we signed. We signed Justin Jefferson. That is a huge signing for us. We also picked up Darren Waller. I know I said I had TJ Hawkinson, but you know what? Darren Waller is also on the team now. Holy moly. I was able to re-sign DeAndre Swift. We got Desmond King second. Picked up Davion Clowney to be our left end. Then we got Matt Filer to be our left guard. So yeah, pretty good free agency. And I do want to trade, I think, for like a free safety. I might see, or trade for another position or two. Maybe get like another defensive tackle. I gotta see what we need. Man, that was a very good free agency for us. So I know we're at the draft. We have a couple of picks. I'll probably just simulate that. It's not too important. It's auto-generated rookies anyway. So just whoever we draft there, we'll draft there. And then we're going to make some trades before the start of our third and final season. But after I show you guys the team. But man, this team is looking pretty good now, especially offensively. We're insane. For the start of our third and final season, let's take a look at the roster that we have here. So it's pretty impressive. So obviously Justin Jefferson, Nick Chubb, TJ Hawkinson, Frank Ragnow, Darren Waller, Sewell, Jameson Williams, DeAndre Swift, Taylor Decker, Desmond King. We've got Robinson who's up at 82 now. We got Nate Davis still, Aiden Hutchinson, DJ Chark, St. Brown, CJ's up to an 81, pretty cool. Clowney. Yeah, man, this team's legit. I think this team is pretty legit. I think we could maybe win. You know, I still think we can maybe improve in a couple areas. We're going to take a look where we need to improve. I want to get another safety, I think. That might help us out on the defensive end. But, yeah, as you can see, our offense is pretty crazy. Our defense, not so much. But I definitely think I want to make a trade or two to improve our defense a little bit. So let's see what I can muster up after I look at where I think we can maybe use some improvements. Yeah, maybe like another defensive tackle, maybe another linebacker. Yeah, safeties. Safeties is probably pretty important, so I could just sign somebody here. But I think I might just try to trade for like a safety. Cornerbacks. Yeah, try to get like a cornerback safety, and if I can get like an outside linebacker, that'd be kind of cool. I could probably just sign one, though, outright, so I might just do that instead of trading for one. Yeah, I might just pick up Romeo back on the team. So we'll just give him a contract for one year. Why not? Romeo, come back. Thank you, Romeo. Romeo, we're right there, Romeo. Not a huge improvement, but like it helps a little bit. And then defensive tackle, maybe we could try to trade for one as well. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to make one more trade at least to try to get some safeties and corners to improve the defense a little bit. Traded with the Dolphins. So we traded our first, second, third round pick. First round pick in 2025. Second round pick in 2025. Third round pick in 2026 for Holland, Phillips, and Long Jr. So we get a really good free safety here. We also get a nice short safety in Phillips, and then we also pick up another cornerback in Long Jr. Although I still think I want to make a trade for one more trade to get maybe another defensive tackle and maybe improve my defense just a little bit more. 26th first-round pick to the Patriots for Fenton and Barmore. So we get another defensive tackle as well as another cornerback. That is both players that are scheme fits as well, so that's pretty solid. I'm actually going to be able to make one more trade as well. I do want to try to get a left guard as well, and I still have a first-round pick and $3.5 million in cap room. This trade with the Raiders, we picked up BB, I guess a rookie, for a second-round pick and 2 fourth-round picks as well. So there's my left guard. I still can make one more trade, and you know I'm going to do it because I still have a third-round pick that I want to trade. Third-round pick and 2 fifth-round picks to the Ravens for Patrick Queen, mid-linebacker. So there we go. That's it. I'm done making trades. That's our team. I think we got a little bit better defensively. Doesn't show in the overall, but it's fine. I definitely think it helped. And our offense is still crazy. So this team, I think it's ready. Let's simulate. I'll see you guys in the midseason. I'm assuming we'll be good. We should be. Well, this is weird. We're underperforming. We are 1-5 right now. Yikes. Okay. I mean, there's potential injuries. Maybe that's why. But, oh my gosh. 1-5. That's not good. We need to have an amazing second half of the season if we want to make the playoffs. But yeah, yikes. I don't know what happened here. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look and see what we've got going on here in terms of the stats and looking at the teams. Yeah, 1-5, not going to cut it. CJ, 1,165 yards, 12 TDs, 4 interceptions, 64% pass completion rate. He's got a 104.1 passer rating. It's not terrible. Rushing, Chubb, Swift. Chubb's got 6. Swift's got 1 TD. All right, I'm a little worried. Justin Jefferson, 433 receiving yards. Not a single TD, which is interesting. But it's all good, though. It's not a big deal. He'll probably get some more in the second half. I assume he'll be looked at. TJ Hawkinson. Jamal Williams has done pretty good. St. Brown, they each got 5. So I am a little concerned, though, with the 1-5. So what's happening here? How's our blocking doing? Our blocking's actually been pretty solid. Can't complain about that for the most part. That's been pretty good. Our defense, 55 tackles from Patrick Queen. Good thing we traded for him. He was actually a pretty good trade. John Brown, 47. Javon Holland, 41. Sacks for the loss. 3 from Christian Barmore. Aiden Hutchinson, 2.5. Robert Quinn with 2.5. Romeo Aguero with 2. So, Clowney's got 1.5. Interceptions. We got 4 as a team. Long Jr. has got 2 of them. Kicking, 2 of 3 for Brandon Manis. I guess we signed him. Sterling Hoffrichter. And then kick return, punt return. Doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, what's happening here with the team? Offense, 24th. How are we 24th offense? Our offense should be what's good. Ironically, it's not. Our offense is 24th. That's not good. That's not good. I don't know where we are. Oh, we're at the bottom. There we are. Yeah. So I don't know what's happening there. Our defense is surprisingly pretty solid. So it's not really... We're not allowing too many pass yards, which is cool. Or even total yards, really, actually, rather. Let's just go with that. Or actually, pass yards might be... well, where are we in pass yards? Yeah, no, that's pretty good. And our rush is, like, middle of the pack. So, yeah, why is our offense struggling? That's the real question. So, obviously, I can't make any trades. I pretty much traded all my assets. Unless I want to trade players, which I could do. But, yeah, I don't really quite understand why our team is so bad. I guess maybe CJ's got to step it up. Maybe have a sophomore slump. But other than that, yeah, our offense needs to kind of pick up the slack. Yeah, 1-5 is not going to cut it. So we need to turn it around in the second half of the season if we want to make the playoffs and make a run. But we right now have, well, not the worst record. The Eagles are 0-6, but hopefully we can turn it around in the second half of the season. Maybe we can make the playoffs, but I thought this team would be better, and it seems like maybe we're not as good as we should be, which is unfortunate. So hopefully in the second half of the season, that'll change. I actually got some offers for. I'm looking at these trade offers. I don't usually do these, but honestly, I wouldn't mind doing a swap for Connor and getting like a rookie cornerback. Maybe that could help us out. I don't know. Maybe a change in scenery from Swift. I don't know. Maybe he didn't want to like be here, so we're gonna do that trade. Don't think it's too much of a difference maker, but we'll see. Let's simulate. All right. Well, we ended up making the. Oh my gosh, our division was wow. We were 8-9. We had a losing record and made the. Okay, well, 8-9 is not good. So, but hey, we made the wild card. I'm not going to complain. Two seasons of playoff football, so I'll take it. But yeah, 8-9 is not very good, but it was good enough to make the playoffs, so I'll take it. What were we? 7-4 then in the second half of the season. So if we had gone, let's say, 3-2. Or no, not 3-2. 3-3. We would have been 10-7, which would have been a little bit better. But I guess it doesn't matter. Again, we made it, so I'm not gonna be mad. Not gonna complain. But hopefully we could beat the Commanders. Otherwise, we're out. So hopefully we can. But let's take a look at the stats and see how the team did. So I can't be mad that we made it. Our defense was not very amazing, as you can see, but looks like our rush, we were a bit better in the second half of the season, which is nice, especially our offense. Our defense looked like it probably came back down a little bit to earth. Decent season from CJ. Hit a good amount of yards, 39 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. That's actually good. 107.3 pass rating. I'll take that. That's solid from him. 65% pass completion percentage. We'll take it. That's good. Nick Chubb, 17 touchdowns with over 1,200 rush yards. We had James Conner as our secondary running back, and then we had Robinson here as well. Pretty decent stuff from us there. In terms of the receiving end, we had Jamal Williams being our leading yard getter, getting over 1,100 yards, 9 TDs. Justin Jefferson, 3 touchdowns, 968 receiving yards, 959 for TJ Hawkinson. Then we had St. Brown, and then Darren Waller, who we gave that contract to. I guess he wasn't our starting tight end, but that's fine. Okay. St. Brown had 14 touchdowns, too. That's pretty incredible. In terms of our blocking, pretty solid for the most part. And I so well with the 8 sacks allowed, but he played a ton of downs. He's solid, so I'm not going to complain. 167 tackles from Patrick Crane. That's a lot. 127 from John Brown. That's a lot. In terms of sacks, we had Clowney leading the team with 9, Quinn with 7, Aguara with 5, Barmore with 5, 4.5 from Hutchinson, which is nice. We had 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 interceptions as a team. That's not too bad. We'll take it. Brandon McManus, 12-15. Then we had punting, kick return, punt return, all that fun stuff. So let's take a look. Offense, 13th. We were 24th, so we definitely improved in the second half of the season as we ended up with the 13th best offense in terms of total offensive yards. So that is what we like to see. And how are we defensively? We kind of took like a hit, I think. Yeah, in the bottom. So that's unfortunate, but yeah, our passing near the bottom. Our rush allowed was middle of the pack. Yeah, middle of the pack. So we'll take it. I mean, it's not too bad. Not too bad from the squad. In terms of awards, what do we got? yearly awards. We had Dak Prescott winning the MVP. Coach of the Year goes to Mike McCarthy. Okay, that sounds fine to me. Let's take a look at the playoff bracket, in case you guys are curious and didn't see it. So here it is. I'm showing it to you now. Bottom right corner, we're there against Washington, as you saw. So can we beat them? That's the question we're going to simulate. If we do, we advance to the division playoff. Otherwise, we just simulate the rest of the season and outro. So hopefully that's not the case. And that was the case. So we lost two years in a row in the wild card. Made the playoffs and could not get out of the wild card. That is unfortunate. Well, I thought this team underperformed. I'm not going to lie. We underperformed in the third and final season. This team did not play up to expectations, which is unfortunate. So I guess we're just going to have to see who wins the Super Bowl and then close out this video. But man, is that an unfortunate way to end the video. Super Bowl 59, we had the Titans beating the Seahawks. So the Seahawks made it again. Dang. Man, Bryce Young, you might want to draft him. They're your offensive and defensive player of the years, as well as the rookies. So Buccaneers, Devon Dorsett, and then Quan Flynn. I guess they were generated rookies. And yeah, this stuff is the same. So unfortunately, could not get the job done. We made it to the playoffs twice. Lost both seasons in the wild card round, which is unfortunate. And third and final season, we underperformed. I'm just going to put it out there. I guess with that being said, let's go to that full screen and close up the video. Well, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Let me know down in the comments below some videos. Check my social down in the description. I'm going to playlist down below for other Madden NFL 23 franchise rebuilding videos. And check my channel if you got content from me, TJP. So, I don't know who the next team is. I guess we can look this up right now. NFL standings. I mean, I'll double check. It's obviously going to be an AFC team. But don't know who it's going to be. All I know is that it's probably going to be the Jets. It could be the Jets or it could be the Texans. I think I'm going to do the Jets because the next NFC team is would be the Giants because they were 4-13. So I think I'll do the Jets, Giants, and then the Texans. So we'll do it that way. So yeah, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to head on out. Hope you enjoyed your rest of your night, and I will see you soon. Take care. Peace.